Leo, hi. So this is going to be a reading for December 1st through the 7th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Leo. The overall energy for the reading, the Magician. I almost said the manifestation because that's what it is basically. You're manifesting something. I don't know what. We shall see. In the recent past, the Four of Wands, the Devil, the King of Wands. Well, you're part of a commitment that looks to be unhealthy. Are you aware at that time, or just kind of just being in it and not realizing it? I don't know yet. We shall see. In the current situation, the Ace of Wands, the King of Swords, the Four of Cups. You're doing something. You're in the middle of a process. There's movement here. There's you initiating something. There's you doing something. And you're very clear about it. You're very determined, like I'm going to go through with this. But you're also upset that you need to be doing this. In the immediate future, the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Hermit. There's a complete disconnection here from... what do I call this? Do I call this your stability? Your home? Your... I don't know what to call it. Something around your stability for sure. Complete disconnection. But it's not that you don't give a shit about it. It's, I think you're going within, like deeply inward. There. So you might look almost absent around home, at work. I don't know. There's a like slamming you into healing mode type of an energy. Okay. Let's see. Let's clarify. Let's do the Magician. The Six of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the King of Pentacles. You're kind of telling me I'm putting my foot down, goddammit. So whatever it is that you're manifesting has to do with the soul connection that you may be part of. And there's something like keeping it at bay. Or, yeah, like almost a separation, but not quite a separation. But definitely establishing boundaries, maybe. But you seem to be kind of in that energy of putting your foot down. Let's do the Four of Wands. You get the Four of Wands again, the Nine of Swords, the Five of Cups. Man, what the hell happened in there? I don't know what this commitment is, but it's filled with stress almost all the fucking time. And it just piles up and piles up and piles up as it goes. Okay. Well, that's not great. Well, that in itself would make it unhealthy, because it's like, then why are you committed to something that results into that? For the Devil, in the recent past, you get the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Judgment card. You want to come out of it, but you feel stuck, and that's your unhealthiness right there. You know, the fact that you're up here with everything and it just keeps you, like your own fears or your own stories that you tell yourself in there, they keep you there. They keep you stuck. And you want to come out of it. You're desperate almost for something brand new that doesn't feel or look like that. And you made up your mind. You want something else. You want something different. The problem is you're stopping yourself from going there and achieving that because you hold yourself captive in the situation with your own thoughts. Let me do the King of Wands. The High Priestess, the Hangman, the Temperance card. You're patient though. For a fire sign, you're like, I got this, you know. It's going to happen when it's going to happen. That tells me you're very much acknowledging that you are keeping yourself stuck. And that it will happen. That you will get unstuck. You just don't know when. And I don't see you having a problem with that. which usually, for a fire sign, I definitely see a lot of fussing around the concept of patience. But you're kind of giving me a sense of within divine timing, when it's time, it's going to happen. Okay. So there's some awareness in there. Let me do the Ace of Wands. In the current situation, the Knight of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Fool. Okay, so whatever you're in the middle of doing here, because you're already in this action-based type of an energy, so you already started doing something. Apparently, from an energetic standpoint at least, you started a while ago, before the actual movement here. This energy came in first of you going for something here. Yeah, you were ready. I wonder if it's that. Getting yourself unstuck from there. It may be. Right now, the physical aspect is definitely at play in this, in the sense of you already started something, but energetically speaking, you were ready a while ago, and you started moving energetically a while ago in this direction. For the King of Swords, you get the Eight of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Magician. Yep. You're doing something that you're not happy about, in the sense of, if it is that, if you are getting yourself unstuck, you're getting yourself unstuck from pretty much a commitment, so it might not feel the greatest as you do it, but from the sense of now you have clarity, now you know what you gotta do, now you're on a roll with things, that part feels good. That part feels almost like clarity for the first time in a very long time. Because you've been stuck there for quite a minute. And now you're unstuck, at least mentally. So that gets things moving. That gets things going. And yes, it would be upsetting. It would be probably not easy to do. But you're actually starting to move the energies around. For the Four of Cups, in the current situation, you get the Hermit, the Devil, the Justice card. Yeah. You're giving me here a sense of, look, if there's a way to fix the unhealthy, I'm all up for it. The fact that you seem upset when you do that is telling me that you don't believe there's a way to fix the unhealthy. You do have that openness to working on it, as long as it can be worked on. But again, given that you seem to be bummed out when you are kind of placing yourself in that energy, gives me a sense of you probably don't believe that it can be worked on. So let me see the Eight of Cups in the immediate future. For the Eight of Cups, you get the Strength card, the Four of Swords, the Six of Wands. Yeah, it's, oh man, this shows up so drastic, not in a bad way necessarily. It looks like you're cutting off completely from, let's say you live your day-to-day life and you're just doing your thing, and then all of a sudden you cut all of that and move somewhere completely different away from that for a little bit, so that you can heal, so that you can, think of it as an unplanned vacation, right? You're exhausted at work, and at some point the next day in the morning you call your work and you say, hey, I'm taking off for 2 weeks, I don't give a shit what happens. You hang up and then you're gone for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So it kind of looks like that, like a little abrupt. And it does feel, again, you're going to be almost perceived as, because I don't see you going physically away. You could, but I don't see you doing that necessarily. But around home or work or your usual activities that have to do with your stability, when they look in your direction, those energies that are part of your stability, when they look in your direction, they might sense a little disconnection, a little bit of, hey, you're not here. Where are you at? Meanwhile, you're vacationing. Inward, you're going in. Because it's something that feels right for you at this moment in time to do. So this might be sudden even for you, the minute this energy enters the room. You know, you might just out of nowhere just pick yourself up and who knows what you're doing, but getting out of the habits that you have, you know, your day-to-day life basically, and cutting that off for a little bit in the favor of you healing, you know. Let's do the 10 of Pentacles, the Star, the Knight of Cups, the 10 of Swords, because you want to be able to give to that is your stability, you know. And when you make this decision, you're making it from the place of, I don't think I got anything left to give anybody. So I need a little bit of, let me restore, let me take a break, you know, because you want to show up for, again, your home, your job, your whatever you got going on. With this one, you're telling me I got nothing. I got nothing to give, and I'm no good if I got nothing to give. So I gotta bring myself back in order to be able to give here. Okay. Okay, so be prepared for a little bit of disconnection from pretty much everything by the looks of it. But it is for you, and that part definitely feels good, you know. For the Hermit, you get the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant. It's definitely needed now that I see the result of that. Man, you're stepping into your power big time. There's such a sense of self-love here, especially, that comes through, and a sense of empowerment like no tomorrow. Like you've probably never experienced before. So, okay. Yeah, you might do that in order... People might, you know, make reports on you missing or something here, because you seem to just kind of go off grid, like completely out of nowhere, and then you're back, and then you're back stronger than ever before. So it's a little concerning that it's happening so sudden, even for me, as a fire sign and as a Leo especially. But I do know that this is definitely something we might do as Leos. But it's definitely sudden cutting from, but it's for you. That's the thing. At the end of the day, it's all for you, and it shows, you know, as a result. Okay. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice. The Emperor, the Four of Pentacles, the Chariot. This shows up as support that you're not seeing. How do I put this? It's just energies around you, and there's one in particular that's, you know, if you have guides or whatever you want to, the people that have passed on that are, you know, cheering you on from the other side or something. There's one in particular that leads the way there, and it's kind of like forming an army of support or something. Kind of looks like that for a little bit here. It's an energy that you're not seeing. You might feel it though. You might feel it. It's definitely there. Hand in hand with the universe, cheering you on, being like, go Leo. Super nice energy here. But yeah, pretty heavy reading. I didn't expect that. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.